Let's see if it works this time. Hey everyone, I apologize if you are watching replay. I'm not going to go through my typical spiel and you're probably going to miss out on a lot because I've had to restart this stream. Like this is like time number 3, so I'm just not going to repeat myself. I want to get on, finish giving people the messages and get off. So today's just one of those days where nothing is working. So I apologize if you're watching replay. I'm not going to do the whole spiel again. I'm going to finish reading Marco, so sorry. And then if, was it Linda? No, Michelle? Somebody gave me a donation. Yes. So hopefully Michelle will come back. If not, I will give her a refund. Sorry, everyone. I know my connection is fine. I think it's something with YouTube because, it was still, streaming, even though I had exited out of it. It was so weird. Sorry, everyone! I don't know what the deal is. My internet connection is fine. I think something weird is going on with YouTube. So hopefully that gets better. Okay, let me finish Margot, then I'll get to Michelle, you guys. So sorry. Okay, what was I saying, Marco? Marco had just asked his post-confession to Stephanie. He just told Stephanie how he was feeling, so he wanted to do a reading. And I pulled this in reverse. Oh, and so Marco, I said I was just going to read this to you because I feel like I remember your last reading that we did, so it sort of makes sense. Sometimes life throws you a curveball and it feels like you've been hit by lightning. Perhaps a romantic partner betrays you suddenly, an illness strikes someone close to you, a job you expected fell through. Those are all the things happening right now. The new employee turns out to be a dud, or you get a huge tax bill. No matter what the subject, your task is to pivot and course correct according to the needs of the event. If you don't understand what's happening, don't second guess yourself. Some things are not meant to be predictable, and detours may be exactly what you need. Loss or bad news aren't the only options in this situation. You may have just been offered something you've always wanted, such as a proposal from a lover, a better job, or the chance to move. Your tendency may be to try to control the circumstances or worry you may not be prepared for the change. The goddess Lizzie reminds you that the great goddess will never give you more than you can handle. Your alignment task is to surrender to what's in front of you. You can do this. And what kind of goddess is she? She's the Chinese goddess, Marco. How awesome is that? So maybe you already know who she is. Leizi. So Marco, what I'm getting with this is you're probably super excited about confessing to her, and you're probably like, oh my gosh, next steps, I need to do this, I need to do that, I've got to do this, or whatever it may be. And so I think this is a message. I think the goddess Lizzie is telling you to breathe, to know that what you did was a good thing. And I think it comes out of a lot of your intentions manifesting correctly. So I know, Marco, from past readings that I've done for you, that you were just sort of working with other girls and things were just not working. You don't know, Lizzie. Maybe she's super obscure. I don't know. But I feel like because of all of the hurdles that you've sort of been through, your guides are saying, hey, look at what you manifested. You were able to tell the universe, hey, I'm interested in this person. And the universe was able to deliver her to you. You were able to get up the courage to say something, and then it turned out great. And so I think your goddess guide is sort of count your blessings. Don't necessarily worry about the future too much. You're in a really good spot. What was the part? Don't try to control the circumstances. So what I'm getting is just try not to stress out about the next step so much. Don't worry about oh my gosh, do I need to go buy her flowers? Oh my gosh, do I need to go take her on a date? I would just say take things slow, Marco, is kind of the next step for you. And then just the reminder that you have everything you need, and that this great goddess will never give you more than you can handle. So maybe there's a part of you that's nervous. You're like, oh my gosh, this is actually turning out how I want it to. Oh my gosh, what do I do? And just know that you can handle it, and you manifested this. And I think your guys are more wanting you to stop and take stock and, like pat yourself on the back for working with the universe so well to manifest this situation. And don't necessarily worry so much about the next steps. So I hope that makes sense, Marco. I'm getting all sorts of good vibes from her. Again, just maybe don't push it too hard. Don't necessarily worry about what needs to happen next. Let things unfold naturally, because you did that already so well with your guides. It's just going to keep happening again if you continue to kind of stay in that zone of manifesting well. Michelle, are you still with me? If so, can you post your question? Thank you so much for the donation, Michelle. I will make sure you get a good reading. And by good, I should say a sizable one. She didn't say we get together, but she didn't reject me. I'm here. Mama Odie, welcome. So Michelle, let me know. Thank you so much for the donation. Let me know what your question is. I'll pull a couple cards. So yeah, Marco, I'm getting like good vibes from it. I think the whole thing of letting things go slowly is probably, maybe she's still sorting out her feelings, and like with everything going on, she's just trying to like find some normalcy. So don't push it. But the fact that she didn't reject you, I was immediately getting good vibes from it. Awesome. Okay, Michelle says, I recently took a risk, one that I thought I'd never take, and it didn't go the way I planned. Oh, isn't that the best? So I guess I'm wondering if this particular love situation I should leave behind. Okay. And tonight is Goddess Night, so I'm using a new deck that I'm not super familiar with, so I apologize if it takes me a little longer. And I hope this doesn't disconnect again, because if it does, I'm going to scream. Come on, universe, help me out. So, Michelle, I'm going to pull one card just about the situation as a whole. I'm curious. I want to know more. But you don't have to share. I'm just like, what did you do that didn't go as planned? That now you're like, never mind. Wait. I want my other deck, but what kind of spread do I want to do? Let's do a past, present, future. That would make more sense. These cards are so sticky because they're so new. Yay, you resonate with the goddess energy. Okay. Future, present, past. So, Michelle, I reached out to someone I said I'd never speak to again. Oh, no! Michelle, before I read these, how did you feel about that after you've reached out to them? Are you feeling good about it, but just guilty? Or are you feeling bad, like, well, I guess you said it didn't go the way you planned. Because I have the cards here, but I'm just curious your interpretation of it. So kind of overall, what I pick, the card that I pulled, Michelle, this is Spider Woman. I'm going to see where she's from. She's a Navajo goddess, Spider Woman. And she's all about co-creation. And so co-creation is really like working with the universe to manifest what you want. So like, just like what we were talking about with Marco, it's like telling the universe, this is what I want. and this is and the universe meets you halfway. I feel surprised at the response, but then it fizzled. Okay, I think that makes sense. So I think this reading is going to be like twofold. So there's the dark side and the light side almost, and that's almost like in this picture. So co-creation, I'm getting that you co-created this situation because you told the universe, hey, I want to reach out. I want to maybe reestablish this connection. And so the universe met you halfway and got this person to respond back to you. You put out the feelers in the first place. So this is an example of working with the universe to co-create. Again, I always say something like, if you want to reach out to someone, if you want to talk to someone, if you want to establish a relationship, you have to be very clear about that and tell the universe, and the universe will be like, oh, okay, message received, very clear. We'll get them halfway there to respond back or to meet if you haven't ever met before or something like that. So this is like a lesson in co-creation, Michelle. And so there's bad things and good things about this. So the good thing is you're seeing that you could do this, you could reach out, you could establish that connection. But the fact that it fizzled, I think, is also a lesson there of you can co-create and manifest not the best things. And so I pulled kind of a relationship spread, past, present, future. So the past, this is just the same goddess that we just pulled, Lizzie of Revelation. And, I pulled her in reverse for Marco. So I want to read what the upright message is for you. This is all about synchronicity, about things becoming crystal clear in an instant, which is what I think you're feeling right now. You're like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. It's about transformation, change. I think it makes sense with the word revelation. Now is one of those times. The universe is bringing this revelation to you. So you had this revelation. You decided for whatever reason, I want to reach out. Maybe your intentions were good, but maybe the other person's intentions were not on the same page as yours. But that doesn't mean that it's not a bad thing for trying. But that's kind of the past of where this decision came from. And then where you're at right now is the truth of it. And this is, Matt, M-A-A-T, and I know she's Egyptian. And synchronicities everywhere, girl. And I think the truth that you're facing is like, yeah, I wanted to reach out. Yeah, I felt initially good about this, but clearly that person is not feeling the same way. And so I'm getting that this is not a good thing and it's not a bad thing. It's not bad because you reached out and you initiated something that you wanted. It's just that the other person wasn't in the same spot as you. But it's a lesson in co-creation. And it's like, look at how you were able to manifest this. Now, if you had the right person, maybe this would have turned out a little bit better. So I think the overall thing I'm getting is don't beat yourself up. Don't feel like this was an awful learning experience. It's a lesson, and you can manifest things. Just make sure you're manifesting the right things. And I think you're realizing that already. And so, again, this is the card I pulled for the first person that I read. And then this is the goddess Skuld, S-K-U-L-D, the future. And Michelle, if you're feeling drawn to any of these goddesses in particular, like, feel free to look them up and work with them. Maybe there's additional messages you can find there. And again, this is about remember the essence of your intention. And don't worry so much about how it's going to turn out as much as what your intention is. And so I think, again, this is just a situation where you put out something, you were maybe well-intentioned, but that person wasn't, and so they just didn't meet. You guys didn't meet in the same spot. But that doesn't mean you screwed up. It's just re-examining that intention going into the future. It's like, oh, this relationship might not be for you, but that's okay. Just as long as you know what you want next time. And then, again, you're coming back to the Spider Woman then we're still going to help you. We're still going to help deliver this person to you. It's just making sure it's the right person. And so I think you're sort of looking back, Michelle, and you're like, I already see this. I already recognize this. This was a bad idea. And so your guys are sort of like applauding you and you're like, yeah, that you kind of did that, but that's okay. And isn't that kind of cool how we work together to make that happen? I hope that makes sense, because I know you're probably seeing it as like a negative thing, but try not to beat yourself up is kind of the overall energy that I'm getting. And to look at this as a positive lesson of working with your guides to manifest something that you do want. Because I feel like you were this close to actually having something work. And because you had the courage and because you did this, you were able to step out of your comfort zone and get something more than you would have normally gotten. But again, it's just like that other person just wasn't the right match. And that's all that it is. I'm just going to see if there's anything else I pick up on it, Michelle. Where is the rest of my deck? Feel surprised at their response. That's so funny. I'm getting to know all the goddesses in this deck. Okay, so I just pulled one last card of like, is there anything else, Michelle? And so this is the goddess Oshun, Oshun, and she is the goddess of generosity. And I pulled this in reverse, and she is the Yoruban river goddess. That sounds maybe Native American or something, Indian, I don't know. And basically what she is saying is stop and examine the place that you were at when you decided to reach out. Where were you at in that moment? Were you kind of in a place of fear or lack mentality, or a place where you just felt like you didn't deserve a whole lot, and maybe that's why you reached out? And so she's wanting you to recognize that sometimes that's where we make decisions from. We make it from a place of fear or lack mentality or thinking we don't deserve it. And so maybe that's kind of why you decided to reach out to this person. I know that whoever this is, that they might have said something good at first, but the fact that it fizzled to me says that they were just sort of entertaining it and it's not going to like pan out. So she's just sort of saying, drunk. That's so funny. Yeah, so she's saying, like, examine where you were at in this moment, drunk being that, I guess. That's so funny. And be more generous to yourself this next time around when you're setting those intentions. Don't come from this same place. And I think, again, your guides are not, like, scolding you. They're kind of like, this is kind of cool. Look what happens when you do it the wrong way. You were very clear, and we were able to help deliver that message and get this person to sort of co-create with you, but it ended up not working out because of where your intention was in the first place. Awesome. I hope that made sense, Michelle. I felt like I was rambling a lot. Cool. Thank you so much, you guys. Because I've been having so many technical difficulties, I've already been on here for like an hour just trying to fix this. I know I didn't get to a whole lot of you. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to call it a night tonight, and we are going to reconvene and do this again next week. So if you want to catch me next time, join me. Follow my Facebook event in the, well, I didn't update the description, but check out one of my other live videos or go to my Facebook page. I've got the event up for this so you can see when I'm going to be on next. And we'll just do some more fun live readings. And I'm hoping that next Wednesday, by the time I go live, I can give away my advanced intuitive skills course for free. So hopefully that's done by next Wednesday, kind of sending that out to the universe to help me out. I'm waiting for it to get approved on the website that I'm doing it on. They have to sort of review it. You're welcome, Michelle. Thank you so much for the donation. Trying to think of what else. New video up Friday. I'm going to be talking about crystal balls. Woohoo. And feel free to follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Check out my website if you want to reach out to me for a reading. My reading prices are pretty low right now. $50 15 minutes is $30. 30 minutes is $45, and 1 hour is $60. So pretty reasonable prices. If you guys are feeling like you need to reach out and get a reading from me, definitely do so on my website. But if you guys want to learn more too about how to strengthen your psychic abilities, I've got a group on my Facebook page. We practice reading each other all the time. Cheryl, who was in here before, is on it. I think we lost her. And other than that, hopefully my video course will be up and ready for you guys next week. And I will do a giveaway next Wednesday. How can I book an entire reading with you? Michelle, go to my website. It's just psychiclauren.com, Lauryn with a Y. You can find it through my YouTube channel. There's like a link at the top. Oh, she's here again. And I'm just ending, Cheryl. I'm having so many electronic problems today. Today's just not my day, so I'm jumping off. Sorry, Cheryl. But thank you for supporting me and being here. I appreciate it. But yeah, Michelle, so you can go on my website. All I really need to know is how long of a reading you want, how you want it done. Right now, I can really only do video calls and phone calls since we all can't meet up in person. But yeah, just shoot me an email, shoot me a message through any of my things and I can get you set up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Cheryl. Good to see you. And I loved seeing your cat today. It was so cute. Like I said, Cheryl's on my Facebook group and we practice reading each other. It's a lot, Cheryl and I right now, but I'm hoping to get more people in there. So we can practice reading each other. But yeah, I will see you guys next Wednesday. Subscribe so that you can see my new videos coming out. Again, I'm going to be talking about crystal balls this Friday. And next Wednesday, I will be getting on live again. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. So thank you guys so much. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. This night was ridiculous. And I fully expected it because everything today just went wrong in so many ways. So it's just one of those days. And when that happens, sometimes you just got to stop, pull a card, and ask the universe, what am I doing wrong? All right, guys, good night. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye.